Hi everyone, I just thought I'd give you a quick update. So I've had my official diagnosis now to say I've got relapsing remitting MS. Now for those of you that don't know, that means I have an episode and then I get better, and then we might have another episode and get better again. So it's a constant cycle of that. So relapsing remitting is the most common MS. There are other degrees of obviously MS, but I won't get into them. And I don't know, it feels sort of real, and I'm just getting used to it now and just understanding a bit more and reading everything that I can and doing everything that I can, or I feel like I can, to do something good about it. So I've spoken to my neurologist again, who said she wanted me to start on either Tecfidera, I think it's called, which is a tablet that you take every day, or she wanted me to start on Ocrevus, which is an IV infusion. So you would go to hospital and obviously they'd give you an IV, and then a drip would carry on and you'd have your Ocrevus. So I said personally, because it's more effective, I mean, the Tecfidera is supposed to be 50% effective and the Ocrevus is supposed to be 75% effective. I'm only 28 and I've got two toddlers. I've got a 2-year-old little girl and a 3-year-old boy. And I said, just for my lifestyle, I'd rather it be more effective than not. So fingers crossed that will work. And she agreed, and she took it to the disciplinary and spoke to them about me and about my symptoms and things like that. And they came back and they said that they thought I should start Ocrevus as well. So we're going ahead with that. Hopefully they will slot me in by the end of July. So I was officially diagnosed, I think May. I got a letter with it written on. So in May I was officially diagnosed. April, May, June, July. So end of July should be my first Ocrevus, and we'll see how that goes. Obviously I'll update you once I've had that, with symptoms or anything like that happen afterwards. So yeah, so I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like I've got something going. I feel like I'm doing everything that I can. I'm no longer a sitting duck. I feel like I know an answer, and I'm just trying to move on with that. I'm trying to eat pretty well. I find meat makes me really sluggish, so I've started eating sort of like a pescatarian diet, so just fish and veg and pulses and things like that. But that makes me feel really good, so I'm carrying on with that as far as that will take me. I've not cut out major things. I've cut out dairy, really, apart from butter. I love butter. I've cut out milk, so I'm now having oat milk or almond milk, and I think that's about it, really. I eat cheese fairly rarely now, actually, and eggs I'm eating a lot of, so they sort of substitute my protein if I'm not having fish. But yeah, so I'm doing all that I can, and I feel like I'm doing all that I can. I have to apologise for my changing hair colour. Get a bit bored. So yeah, so I feel like I'm doing something, and that's great. I received a letter the other day with my official diagnosis on, and also saying that from my spinal MRI, they missed a lesion. So apparently I have 20 on my brain, and apparently now I have one that they've found, which is between T2 and T3, I think it is, which is about in line with your chin. So I'm hoping that obviously the Ocrevus early will stop it going any further to affect my mobility or anything like that. But we'll just have to wait and see. Apart from that, I feel good. My symptoms lately have been massive fatigue, especially when I'm going out. So I've gone to visit my mother-in-law with my husband driving, so there's no concentration. And on the way home, I'm falling asleep in the car. I just can't keep my eyes open. It's almost like too much mental stimulation. And And we went to Sea Life the other day in Brighton, and that was the same thing. We was there max of an hour and a half, and I'm falling asleep in the car on the way home. I'm hoping that this is just obviously part of it, and that's fine. I can cope with that as long as I can go out and do it and then come home and sleep. That's fine. I found a nap to be the best thing to catch up. We'll see if my MS nurse says anything else. I have a first meeting with my MS nurse on Friday. I'll see how that goes, see what that's like. I'm hoping she has my report. I had to have a lumbar puncture. Now, I don't know if anyone's had this or if anyone needs to have this and is worried about it, but the procedure itself doesn't hurt in the slightest. I didn't feel a thing. All I felt was the numbing, because obviously that goes in first. All I felt was the numbing, and that was it. And then afterwards, you can't feel a thing. My doctor was like, "Oh, I'm done," and I was like, "Oh, I didn't even know you'd done anything." So they took my spinal fluid and checked that out. But I'm awaiting my results. I still haven't had them yet, so I'm hoping my MS nurse might have them on Friday. The only thing I would be cautious of if you have to have a lumbar puncture is to allow a week off or something. I was knocked out for the whole week, so the procedure itself was fine, but the day after, I walked out of hospital perfectly fine after the procedure. The next day I got a headache. They said take some paracetamol, that should be fine. It was fine. And then the next day, I had mine done Friday. So Sunday, I had like paralysed pain up my neck. Like I couldn't move, I couldn't do anything. If I sat up in bed, I was just in excruciating pain. Paracetamol wasn't touching the sides. So I spent most of my week laying down. And then I think it was eventually by Thursday or something, I got up and took my little boy to his preschool jabs. But that was the first day I felt okay. So just maybe block out a week, and then if you don't need it, you don't need it. It's fine. But that's about it really. I've got my MS nurse on Friday. Following week, I've got to rebook in my B12 injection apparently to top up them. And then hopefully, I think it's the week after, it should be my infusion. So, don't know, we'll see how we go. See what it's like. Not sure. See you soon.